Welcome back to Ufouria 2. And now we have all of our rocket parts. Yay for me, we've gathered all the rocket parts. Now we can fly up to space. Can we really build an entire rocket with these parts? We won't know until we try. Let's make our way to the top of the tree. Everybody grab a rocket part. Just a thought, but these things aren't about to explode on us, right? Well, rockets and explosions do sort of go hand in hand. Indeed, they are filled with fuel after all. Hold on a moment, it appears as though this rocket is controlled by springs. Wait, what? Can you even call that a rocket then? How about we discuss semantics later? For now, let's get these parts up to the tree and assembled. Just add it to the list of oddities. What in the world is a rocket powered by springs? So what do they mean by up to the top of the tree? Up to the top of this tree? And by that, do they mean here, or do I have to go up? It looks like I have to go up. That's okay, that's what you're for. What you doing back there? We made it. Time to assemble these parts. Let's give it our best. This would be a simple task if only we had an instruction manual. I don't have a clue which part connects to which. Oh, hush you two. Haven't you ever seen a rocket before? All we need to do is make it look like they do in the pictures. That's a great idea. They always have pointy tops and squarish bodies. Very well, I suppose our only option is to give it a try. I get the feeling this is going to take a while. Let's do it. We finally finished it. Dreams do come true. It sure was fun building that together. With this, we should be able to chase after that Utsujin fellow. He mentioned going back to his ship. We better hurry. I've got a bad feeling. All aboard, everyone. Let's go. Why is there an extra screw on the ground here? Wait, no, I can see the hole. I can see the hole that the screw goes in. You fools! So something of interesting, something to note is you can actually just warp right up here if you want to get to these guys to redo them. Unfortunately, these take money, and you do not actually take money with you when you leave home, which means the money that you're spending on these has to be money that you collected in level. And if you have to collect money in level in order to go to those, warping up here won't actually do anything for you. And though you can go back down like this and play through some of the level to get the money for that, if you're doing that, just play through the level normally. I suppose you could try to, like, refight the boss or something. Don't know how much you get from that. Okay, so I don't actually know how much game is left. Like, does this just go right up to a boss fight? Is there a level? Can I go back once I'm up there? So I'm going to take this opportunity to head back. We have some money. We have like 2 things left to buy. If we really wanted to, there are also some Utsu cans left to get. Plenty, in fact. Though I don't know if there's a prize or anything for getting all of them. And for the most part, they're relatively easy to get. You just play through the level until it randoms itself into your field of view. So I'm not heartbroken about not getting all of the Utsugans if they're not particularly difficult to get, and there is no prize for getting all of them. However, I would at least like to buy all of the shop items. So I'm gonna go do a smidge of money farming. Well, we can start by getting the 3,000 final heart, and now we are left with only the home renovation for the costly 5,000. That is enough money. All sold out. I think they just installed some lamps. Mr. Hebe, your house sure has come together nicely. Indeed, it is looking quite stylish. I'm a bit jealous myself. Your toilet's still out in the open, though. What's with that? I guess I have splurged quite a bit. Now you will always have something to look forward to when coming home. How come you never built a roof? If I did, the rain wouldn't be able to wash my bed. I see. That would make it easier to dry when it's sunny as well. That's super smart, Mr. Hebe. Thanks. With all this stuff, maybe we should all live here. Oh, I would love that. We could install a 4-tier bunk bed. I would get the top bunk, of course. Oh, ho, ho. I concur. I will begin moving my things in as soon as things return to normal. That sounds like fun and all, but could you at least ask first? Still have a light switch here I can't interact with. I've got a fun little shade down here. Some hanging plants. Flower. Mostly just seems like the hanging plants and the lamps. I like how this one had to hang from somewhere, so it's hanging from the friggin' sky. Nothing left to buy, though. So let's get going. Back to the top of the tree to take that rocket. I saw him back there. You're not even gonna get inside? Oh, it is spring-powered. It's not even a rocket, it's just a spring-powered projectile. Board the rocket to find Utsujin. Use the rocket spring to head to Utsujin's spaceship. Be careful of the debris along the way, though. If all 4 members fall off, it's all over. Wait, this is just... This is just friggin' doodle jump. Are you sure this is a rocket? Okay, that's an enemy. Got it. Wait, where do I go from here? Oh, what was that? Bicycle. Radish. Oh, good, Jennifer's still with us. I believe I can see our destination. Let's give it one last super jump, Mr. Heavy. Okay, here we go. Yay for me! We're here. Alright, everyone. Climb down off the rocket before we break something. Oh, we've finally arrived, I see. My butt is sore from the ride. I'm feeling a little rocket sick. What an interesting place. I wonder if Utsujin is nearby. It is finally time. Let's continue forward, but remember to stay alert. I just thought of something. How are we breathing in space? That's a good question. We shouldn't be able to hear each other either. A long time ago, I ate some mochi made by the rabbits on the moon. Yikes! I guess we probably shouldn't think about it too much. Alright, back to the problem at hand. Let's get going. Oh, yep, right there. How you doing? What is that I sense? Earthlings? Oh, it's you again. We have cornered you at last. It is time you accept your fate. Oh, ho, ho. I'll bet you never expected we would actually build a rocket and follow you. You really don't know when to give up, do you? I only said all that as a joke. You actually followed me. That's enough. You're the one who made a mess of my room. Of course I'm going to make you pay. We came all this way. Aren't you going to at least offer us tea? How so very rude of me. I don't have any tea, but I do have something even better prepared for you. That's enough. Your dirty disturbances end now. I'm afraid you are too late for that. Now then, I believe a demonstration of my perma-bunion is in order. Transform! Behold! This is my brand new anti-Papoon secret weapon. I call it the Perma-Bunion. This will bring about an entirely new level of dirty you've never seen before. That name makes it sound like no amount of scrubbing will help. How awful. Oh, looks like we don't have a choice. I have a feeling our only option is to fight back. That doesn't count. I'm still getting warmed up. I've been practicing my butt bounce a lot lately. Time to show what I can do. Okay, so, oh jeez. Low gravity. This isn't, like, hard, but oh my goodness, gravity. Okay, so... it's just the butt bounce. Oh, butts. It was just the butt bounce. I was thinking I had to, like, hit him with the Popyoon, and then while he was kind of wiggly, butt bounce him. I was overthinking it. This is not a difficult game. No, I can't believe I lost. That is quite far enough. Just give up already. I don't understand. How could anyone with such a beautiful view of the planets be so evil? I didn't ask for a lecture. I'm not about to abandon my bumyon after all the effort of creating them. Yikes, this guy just isn't going to listen to reason. He clearly doesn't feel sorry for his actions either. We're getting nowhere. I'm not about to let one little setback get to me. Just wonderful. What do we do now? This reminds me of a legend I once heard. Should you ever find yourself in trouble, simply call on your papoon. Then raise them all together to the sky, and something amazing will occur. At least, I believe that's how the legend went. Where did you hear that? I call shenanigans. It all sounds a bit too convenient for me. There's no harm in giving it a try. What's this? Something is happening! Wow, look at that! All the dirty blobs are being sucked up. What in the world? What's going on here? Where'd that hole come from? Yay for us! We created a dimensional rift! We broke the fabric of space-time! Good job, us! It looks like it's sucking up all the dirty globs on Earth. And him. I'm getting sucked in too! Do it, Dimensional Rift! Suck him up! Master Onion, I'm sorry! I believe it's finally over. All the filthy blobs on Earth have disappeared as well. Yay for us! That takes care of that. Uh-oh. I think I'm starting to get sucked in too. Oh no, Mr. Heavy! Oh no, that was it! Well, this can tell us a couple things. If you remember Ufouria 1, at the end of the game, you actually had to fight this really big mech. So here, Utsujin mentioned his master at the end, and I would be more than willing to bet that master is big ol' robot shenanigans. You may also remember at the end of Ufouria 1, they all had a rocket and could escape the underground, but Hebe was the only one that got on and left. And then he just kind of popped his head back and said, actually, you know what, I missed the adventures with you guys, I came back. So, while on one hand, these are like two different sequel hooks, on the other hand, I would 100% expect Hebe to just go, I'm back. Doki doki. This has been a grand old time, though. It's not quite a Metroidvania, because you get all of your power-ups from the vending machine. So mostly you're just going and collecting money. But the way you have to progress through the stages, and then get the power-ups to progress through another stage, I wouldn't call it necessarily a roguelite, as it has been described before. I would more say that it's a Metroidvania with stage-like aspects. Oh, there we go. And it was still great fun, especially considering the original Ebereki. It certainly did have some issues. Every time you restarted the game, for example, you started with effectively no life and had to go grind for 3 hours. Uh-oh. It was a prequel all along! But it was still a very good time. The controls felt solid. Everybody did what you wanted them to do. I almost feel like Hebe lacked an advantage, though. I found myself running around as Ochan more often than anything else. Because just in case, I ran into some water. It was all a dream. No work, just play. Our adventure doesn't have to end just because Utsujin was defeated. There may still be items to buy or new areas to explore. Without this nuance around, we're free to play any way we like. Yeah, and looking around, there are still Utsukans to grab. Again, not really sure if there's any reason to grab them. I don't see anyone around, which means nobody is looking. Okay, now's my chance. It's been a while since I checked last, so if I'm right... I found 10 coins! I knew it! Someone dropped 10 coins under the vending machine. I'll bet it was Jennifer. He seems like the type that can't be bothered to pick up things, after dropping them into hard-to-reach places. That was that. I was almost expecting a little scene with something else to buy showing up. But no, yeah, the first game certainly had some issues here and there. But I think this game is still very reminiscent of that game. In all the good ways. And the slightly not quite Metroidvania aspects of the game, I think, are fine. It being a Metroidvania doesn't necessarily mean that you have to abide by all Metroidvania rules that have been put into the sand. You can want to make a game based around exploring, with maybe some linear stage-like areas, bosses at the end, but still based around exploration and not necessarily have to give you a power-up at the end of each one to let you go somewhere new. But the game has been a lot of fun, and it has been adorable. Look at all of these guys. I'm so glad they made a Hebereki 2. With that said, though, I will say, until next time, everyone, this has been Ufouria 2, or Hebereki 2. Until next time, everyone.